High above the city, on a tall pillar, stood the magnificent statue of the Happy Prince. He was covered from head to toe in thin leaves of fine gold. For eyes, he had 2 bright blue jewels, and a large red jewel glowed on the hilt of his sword. Everyone in the city admired him. He looks just like an angel, they would say, never guessing the secret held within his leaden heart. One night, a tiny swallow flew over the city. All his friends had flown away to Egypt for the winter, but he had stayed behind. Tired from his long journey, he looked for a place to rest. When he saw the golden statue, he thought, what a perfect golden bedroom. And he landed right between the prince's feet. Just as he was tucking his head under his wing to sleep, a large drop of water fell on him. He looked up, surprised. The sky was clear and full of stars. Then another drop fell. He looked at the prince's face and saw that his beautiful jewel eyes were filled with tears, which were running down his golden cheeks. "Who are you?" chirped the little swallow. "I am the Happy Prince," the statue replied. "Then why are you crying?" asked the bird. "You have quite drenched me." "When I was alive and had a human heart," the prince said softly, "I lived in a palace where sorrow was not allowed to enter. I danced and played all day. I never knew what tears were. My courtiers called me the Happy Prince, and happy indeed I was. But now that I am dead, they have set me up here so high that I can see all the ugliness and all the misery of my city. And though my heart is made of lead, I cannot help but weep." He looked down at a dark, narrow street. "Far away," he continued, "I see a poorhouse. A woman is sitting at a table. Her face is thin and worn. Her little boy is lying ill in a bed. He is crying because he wants oranges, but his mother has nothing to give him but river water. Little swallow, will you not take her the ruby from my sword hilt? My feet are fastened to this pedestal and I cannot move." The swallow was a kind-hearted bird. He agreed to help. He carefully plucked the great red jewel from the prince's sword and flew away with it in his beak over the rooftops of the town. He found the poorhouse and slipped the jewel onto the table beside the woman's thimble. The sick boy tossed feverishly on his bed, and the mother had fallen asleep. She was so tired. When she woke up and found the beautiful jewel, she was filled with joy and could finally buy medicine and food for her son. The next day, the swallow prepared to leave for the warm lands of Egypt. But the prince had another request. "Little swallow," he said, "please stay with me one more night. I see a young writer in a garret. He is trying to finish a play, but he is too cold to write any more. There is no fire in his grate, and hunger has made him faint. I will wait with you one more night," said the swallow. "Shall I take him another ruby?" "Alas, I have no ruby now," said the prince. "My eyes are all that I have left. They are made of rare blue jewels. Pluck one of them out and take it to him. He will sell it and buy firewood and finish his play." "Dear prince," said the swallow, "I cannot do that," and he began to weep. But the prince commanded him. So the swallow plucked out one of the prince's eyes and flew away to the writer's garret. The young man was overjoyed to find the jewel, and soon had a roaring fire and food to eat. Now the prince was blind in one eye, but he saw a little match girl in the square below. She had dropped her matches in the gutter, and they were all spoiled. She was crying because she had no shoes or stockings, and her little head was bare. "Pluck out my other eye," said the prince, "and give it to her." The swallow refused at first, but the prince insisted. So the bird took the other eye and swooped down, slipping the jewel into the palm of the little girl's hand. She laughed and ran home, her heart full of happiness. Now the prince was completely blind. "You must fly away to Egypt now," he told the bird. "No," said the little swallow. "I will stay with you always. I will be your eyes." So The swallow flew all over the city and told the prince of all the things he saw, the rich making merry in their beautiful houses, while the beggars were sitting at the gates. He saw the white faces of starving children looking out listlessly at the black streets. "I am covered with fine gold," said the prince. "You must take it off, leaf by leaf, and give it to my poor. The living always think that gold can make them happy." Leaf after leaf of the fine gold the swallow picked off, until the happy prince looked quite dull and grey. He brought the gold to the poor, and the children's faces grew rosier, and they laughed and played games in the street. Then the snow came, and after the snow came the frost. The poor little swallow grew colder and colder, but he would not leave the prince. He knew he was going to die. He kissed the prince on the lips and fell down dead at his feet. At that moment, a curious crack sounded inside the statue, as if something had broken. The leaden heart had snapped right in two. Early the next morning, the mayor was walking in the square below. "Dear me, how shabby the happy prince looks!" he exclaimed. "The ruby has fallen out of his sword, his eyes are gone, and he is golden no longer. And here is a dead bird at his feet." They pulled down the statue and melted it in a furnace, but the broken lead heart would not melt. They threw it on a dust heap, where the dead swallow was also lying. An angel was sent to bring back the two most precious things in the city. The angel brought up the leaden heart and the dead bird, and in the garden of paradise the little bird will sing forevermore, and in the city of gold the happy prince will praise the kindness they shared. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.